Dobrý večer, přátelé, zdravím všechny, kdo koukají na Jam Music. Tohleto je interview se zpěvákem a singjayem, kterýho vám už představujeme dlouhý léta, protože si moc ceníme toho všeho, co dělá a jde neuvěřitelně nahoru. Tak jsem moc rád, že ho máme tady dneska večer v Praze. Dámy a pánové, Kabaka Pyramid is in Prague.
Yeah, man. Set up the in-ears for later, you know?
Yes, I. Welcome in the house.
Yes.
Very glad, for you, having you back in Prague. Very glad, to see how up is going your career. And I feel, that it's not just a career, to be a star. That there is really a mission. That there is very important what you are saying, and that you are a great example for other artists. How do you feel about this progress? We didn't see in 5 years. Big things happened.
Well, yeah, a lot happened over the last 5 years for sure. And we just give thanks for all those who help along the way. And as you say, it's a mission. Because for me personally, I don't know if I could do, the same thing every single night so many times if there wasn't a purpose behind it. If there wasn't a mission, behind it. And when you see that people really, the music really changed them life. That's the best feeling for me when people come and tell me, say, yo, because of me, them stop eating meat, or them become more conscious of things and the world and the system and all of these kind of things. Them things that really give me the fuel to continue. So for sure, I love that.
What was on the beginning, the vision, like that you will start to do this thing,
For me still, you'd probably more have to ask like Abby and Dwayne about that, because for me I'm like a fire sign. I always live in the moment. So I never had like big dreams of, as you say, it's not about the superstar thing, or it's not about the Grammys or anything. It has never been about that for me. It's just about being the best artist that I can be, doing what I love, and reaching the people with a level of consciousness, awakening the minds of the people. So that's always what my thing has been about. It's like, for me, like when I'm reading a book, I'm always thinking, which of these lines I could share on social media that could wake people up. That's the type of person I am. It's like, it's not so much about the chains and the you know what I mean? So I've never really had those big dreams like of being a star or anything, but we just know that there's work to be done.
So how do you see what's happening in Jamaica within the last 10 years? Because I see a lot of commercialization, people want to be like in US, in many ways.
I mean, we've always kind of followed the US from Jamaica, get like cable TV in like the mid-90s and everything, that we've always been following the US and things. But so that doesn't really surprise me, but what surprises me is that the leaders don't really see the necessity of really cherishing what we have and what we offer, which is Rastafari, reggae music, and culture. These are the three things that people have identified with Jamaica over the years. And we're not using these things to highlight the country, give the people a platform for earn income, to learn about themselves. All of these things are there to uplift people. These three things that I tell you about, and them get the biggest fight. Now we see medical marijuana is coming into play now, and it's being set up in a way where the rich have a benefit, and that's a sad thing, So we have always, as Rastafari, always advocated for things to make sure the farmer, the small farmer benefit from all of these things. So there's work being done towards that, but there's just so much more to be done, so much more, and you really want the leaders them to wake up. That's why we sing songs like Well Done, because when them hear Well Done, them is like, oh, but then when them listen what me really I said, it's like, oh, okay, so that's why we do the music that we do,
Same. Is those songs, you're getting broadcasting? Or because many media, they don't play the message music.
Yeah, well, that's even why my name cut the album Kontraband, because it's like we have to smuggle in the conscious music. It's like it now pass the border. So it's just treated like contraband. So yeah, it's not getting the highlight that it should, but But a song like Well Done, just the nature of it and being controversial and thing is like, it's one of my biggest songs. But is it the most popular song in Jamaica? No. You know what I mean? And you know, a man talking about a girl to lift up her skirt, or a song about bad mind, or a song about gun thing, or you know what I mean? It's them song that everybody know. You know, so you know, it's just a hypocrisy within the music, but understand that people want to be happy, people want to forget about their problems, people want to just be, you know, just live a light life. People don't want things that too deep all the time. So, you know, you have a lot of people doing music to cater to those people. But at the same time, we know that good music is good music, and if your music is conscious, but it still has good melodies, has catchy lines, it has nice production, good rhythms, people can dance to, then it can work. So that's why we try to maintain the balance.
And I see, you know, you did amazing things, you know, on the Worshifier mixtape, for instance. I was just listening yesterday, you know, I said like, what? You know, you deliver the message, you know, on all kind of beats, you know. Tell me more about like the working with Zilla. You know, that's a really big thing, you know.
No, big for me for sure. I mean, you don't know, growing up as a youth, like Road to Zion is like a blueprint for how I like music to sound. You know, when you talk about the kind of beat, the kind of production, you know, I'm on a DJ on it, I'm on a rap. You know what I mean? It have that heavy 90s boof buff kind of sound, and, you know, like minor chords and all them things. That's the kind of music I like. So working with Damian, it was a chance to work with one of my musical idols. You know what I mean? And it's not easy to express how that feel in words, but you know, it's just a joy. It's just a joy watching him in studio. You know, him is a man who work very hard. Like them man, they don't really sleep. You know, them man, they just do music. You know, and it's a great thing to just see that happen, man. You're in the studio and it's like 5:30 and you feel like you want to sleep, and gang is just like, you know,
in the mood.
Yeah, ready. You know, always. You never catch them man, they sleep in the night. Everybody else are going to fall asleep before them, man.
Good.
You know, and it's just the love we have for the music, and it's like, it's just a great thing. It's like him the way his body function is about doing music at night time. You know what I mean? And it's just a great thing. So
wonderful. And he opened many doors now for you. It's beautiful. I seen when Jay-Z was on the island, you've been together.
Jay-Z, for sure.
How was that?
It's a great thing, it's a great thing for sure. Jay-Z, he moved very humble still, very down to earth, and you know what I mean? It was a good vibe. I have a little reason with him and tell him what my favorite song was from him, and him say it's his favorite song as well. All kind of, you know, just little reasoning and things. So for sure, you know, I'm glad for me them ones a true gang, and just going on tour with him in the US was great as well. Performing in front of bigger crowds than I would have ever done by myself in a them time frame, you know. So for sure, it's been a great experience.
Wonderful. For me, Kontraband is one of the best albums from 2018. You know, wanted to ask, like, the music was done by Bebble Rockers as well.
Some of the tracks.
Some of the tracks.
Yeah. Like My Time for sure had you know, Bebble Rockers playing on it. Natural Woman too. But you don't know many different producers on it. So like, you know, Chronics and Teflon did Blessed is the Man, Protege produced Make Way. You know, so you know, Gang did 5 tracks on it. Just hold it up. Bebble Rockers played on All I Need as well. The last track. So there's a few.
Good. I love also this connection, like, that you are having for a long time with Chronics, with OJ, so everybody's still friends and family, helping one each, you know, to open the door. No?
For sure.
Wonderful.
I'm actually doing a show in Leeds with Chronics in August.
Good.
So that should be good.
I know yesterday you was in the studio, like on the way, you know, I know like you were more than a month, you know, having straight show by show, you know, no day offs. And when you have a day off, you go to studio.
All night.
And you've been, by the way, in the studio where Zilla, when he was in Prague 2-3 years ago, no? So he was in the same studio.
not the same room, but
but still there.
same studio. Yeah.
So, could you tell us a little sneak, like you are working on some new singles or different producers?
Yeah, I'm doing some in production mode as far as some rhythms right now. I have a rhythm working on a juggling rhythm, as well as some, some different beats that I don't even know who I'm going to give them to yet. But I'm working on some stuff. I have some singles working on as well. I kind of been in a little production camp with a few ones around me like Genius, Irish Soldier, King Mas, a bunch of different talented ones. So we're definitely doing a lot of co-production work together.
And the Bebble Rock still Korofaya in the...
Yeah, and Bebble Rockers play upon almost all of my tracks. So yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Last question to let you some time, to rest is I know that I'm presenting you as the baddest rapper from Jamaica. Why no? I'm very serious about it. It's no lie. When I hear your lyrics and style.
Yeah.
And here somehow don't understand why, but the people from the hip hop are very separate from the people from the reggae.
Same thing.
And
same thing.
They
everywhere.
can't find a way. The same thing you feel everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
You have some message for the people from this world, like to open up their brains,
I mean, trust me, I've tried for bridge that gap there. I mean, that's, if you have to ask me what my goal is in our music is for bridge hip hop and reggae in terms of the crowds, the audiences, the listenership. Because I feel there are things that can, it's two genres that come from the same source, come from Africa, what I mean, and it's still the heartbeat at the center of it. And I, my message remains the same whether I'm rapping on a hip hop beat or chanting on a reggae. It's still the same message. So, definitely, it's coming from the same root. Hip hop was started by a Jamaican Cool Herc in New York. So, it's coming from, we in Jamaica who do hip hop would have said it's the first coast. So yeah.
First coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So about nowadays hip hop, like.
This Nipsey Hussle thing really mashed me up. You know what I mean? And it's an artist where I actually found out about him after they killed him. And really respect his music. It's somebody I'm actually listening to now. And it's sad that that's what have to happen. And the system, once an artist start to speak out and become more vocal about consciousness and things like that, there's always a target on the back. So, there's some other good rappers out there. You have the J. Coles and the Kendricks, and I'm not sure some of these little pop and little, I don't know, every little this and that. I'm not sure about some of them, man. But there's good music. I like the beats. I like the beats nowadays still.
And
them have a vibe.
And you deliver the message over it. Thank you
Yeah,
very much for doing it.
Them, I will do it. Yeah, simple.
Thank you very much for doing it. Yeah. Have a wonderful show. Enjoy the Prague Massive. Everybody are looking forward since Christmas.
Of course,
so
nice.
this is our Christmas present to have you here. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Respect. Thank you.
Every time.
Yeah.